Hello, creative freelancers. Let's talk tech. Today, I want to invite you into the conversation about software and technology. What kinds of software and technologies support you the most, and what kinds of challenges, frustrations, fears, or upsets do you experience with your technology? Welcome to Coaching for Creatives. I'm McKay. I'm the founder of Business of Creativity, where we are committed to supporting you, the creative freelancer, in being able to design, build, and grow a profitable business. Today, I want to talk about technology. Most of the reason why I want to talk about technology today is because I was hosting my mastermind meeting this morning, the Business Accelerator Mastermind Group. And I went to record my meeting in Zoom. And I've been using Zoom in my business for a very long time. I love the platform. It's one of my key pieces to being able to do my live delivered training, to be able to do my one-to-one coaching and support, to be able to facilitate and host my masterminds. It's like a really integral tool, especially with everything being online and not being able to do in-person workshops or events. So I'm on Zoom. I open it up. This is one of my favorite tools ever. And I appreciate that software companies are continuously doing updates and upgrades. This morning, I get on my Zoom. My people come into my room. We're getting ready to start. I know that there's some people that are missing from the meeting. I go to record the meeting, and all of a sudden, this meeting is being recorded, recording in progress. There's this weird AI voice that comes on, it's super loud and announces it. And then all of my people say they get a message that requires them to consent to recording in order to stay in the room. And if they don't consent, they're not allowed in the room, they get kicked out again. And this seemingly happened as an update without really any warning. That is my number one pet peeve, is when you have a functional UX change to your software and it seems to happen without warning. Part two of my pet peeve frustration is that when I contacted Zoom support and asked, can I turn this function off? Can I customize it? Is there anything I can do? They said, no, absolutely. It's a design choice. It must be there. This is how it's going to be. Suck it up, Buttercup. That kind of frustrates me as well. When we're given a certain amount of functionality and autonomy, and when I'm using a piece of software and I'm really used to it and I'm familiar with it, and then they go and they change everything. And I know a lot of people who work with Facebook and Facebook ads are frustrated by those changes. Things changed on Instagram a while back, and that really frustrated a lot of people. So my curiosity is, what kind of software and tech do you use in your creative services freelance business? Which pieces of it do you think are like really critical and essential to your business? And which pieces are just like nice to have, make it easy for you? Some of the things that are essential to my business is Zoom, for sure. I think any business that is a business needs a way to be able to collect payment. I mean, at the very base level, collecting payment can be done through PayPal or e-transfers, although I just learned that Canada really supports e-transfers between banks, but not so much internationally and not so much from American banks either. Definitely want to have a way to collect payment. Curious, what do you guys use? I use a combination of different payment collection platforms. I use Stripe, which I really like, and it integrates well with a lot of my other software. And then I also collect payments directly through QuickBooks, if I invoice directly from QuickBooks. And I would have to say, QuickBooks is another essential piece. Having come from an accounting background way back in the dark ages, more than 25 years ago now, I have done bookkeeping manually, and it is no fun at all. So having a piece of software that supports bookkeeping and reporting and invoicing and making financial planning and budgeting decisions is a really great thing to have for your business. Essentials, I would say, for any freelancer, for any entrepreneur, are a way to collect payment, a telephone, email, and I really think that having a branded email address raises the level of professionalism and also gets you out of the Gmail trap of not being able to get all emails and all the things that happen on a Gmail account, which is a great thing to have. But I really believe that having an email account that is a branded email will go a long way. Payment collection method and email, or a way of communicating with your clients, those two things are super, super critical. Beyond that, and the software that it takes you to produce your content, if you are a photographer, your photo editing and storage software, videographer likewise, if you're a graphic designer, etc., you want to be able to have the tools of your trade to be able to actually function and do the work. Funny sidebar, I was watching some YouTube the other day and I saw a group of graphic designers try to use Photoshop 1.0. Adobe Photoshop 1.0. Curious, what version is your earliest version of Photoshop? And I think I learned on Adobe Photoshop 2.0. Like, it was literally 2000 when I learned Photoshop for the very first time, and it was so slow and so frustrating. I think it might be one of the reasons why I used almost no Photoshop at all in my entire 20-year career as an international award-winning photographer. Curious for you guys, what are the essential pieces of software for you, and what kinds of software just make your life easy? So I think having a scheduling software is super helpful. So I use Acuity. I'm looking into some social media scheduling software to help organize my social media posts and be more consistent and strategic with the execution of them. That's something that I'm looking into right now, and there's a couple of different options on the list for that. So I'd love to hear from you what you think about different social media scheduling software. I'm going to post my complete list in the comments of all of the software that I use in order to deliver my training programs, to deliver my coaching, and to deliver my mastermind to my clients. Most of these pieces of software have been in the last 3 years as a way to be more efficient, be more consistent, and be more effective in lots of different areas of my life, in scheduling and time management, in finance and invoicing and collecting of payments, in actually servicing my clients, and in setting up my marketing communication and my sales tools. There are lots of different areas in our business where we're dependent on software. So my final question to you is, what are your pet peeves? What are your challenges? What are the things that really hold you back and maybe are stopping you from pursuing some of the really brilliant, innovative ideas that you have for yourself and for your business, where you maybe get something in your head and then think, oh, yeah, but then I'd have to learn this piece of tech, or, oh yeah, that'd be great, but oh, I don't really have the technology or the software to be able to do it, and it's going to be too hard or too complicated. I would guess that there might be some areas where, not having the technology has really stopped you, or maybe being challenged or frustrated with technology. I'm going to full disclosure here, this is something that has been like a little bugaboo for me, is understanding video vocabulary and video production. As much as I love being on screen and I love being in front of the camera, video editing, video post-production, understanding the frame rates and all of those pieces just seems to be like one of those mental blocks. It's not like I can't learn it. My goodness, I learned so many things newly about new technologies and new ways of creating images and graphics but there just seems to be that one place where I am stopped or stuck. Is there something for you that keeps you stuck in technology or in software? I'd love to know. It might be that somebody in our community can help you out with that. So definitely post it in the comments, post your favorites, post your challenges. Let's leverage this community of creatives to help support each other in having a new relationship with technology, one that supports us and uplifts us and helps us to live the dream of making a living and having a life doing work that we love. I look forward to hearing from you, gang. My name is Aura McKay. This has been Coaching for Creatives. I'm here live in my Facebook group every week. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, please post your comments and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you here again next week.